Hello, families. Hi, my sweet littles. How are you doing today? I'm doing really well. Thank you for thinking of me today and coming to our story time. I'm really excited to share this book with you. It's one that you may have seen in class. I brought it to school. It's called Mr. Rabbit and the Lovely Present. And the person who created this book, her name is Charlotte Zolotow, but the person who created the illustrations or the pictures is somebody that you do know. His name is Maurice Sendak, and he's the one who wrote and illustrated the book, The Wild Things, Where the Wild Things Are. So you've seen his drawings before, and you can see they sort of look similar to the little boy in the, is it a wolf costume? So we're going to be reading this in just a moment. But guess what? I told you I was going to be sharing with you some of the fun things and beautiful presents that people have been bringing to me lately. And guess what? Lake and her brother Owen have brought me, and her mom and their mom, Thea, they brought me a beautiful new plant to be with my collection. It's my new baby. Isn't she beautiful? I was so excited. Thank you so much, Lake. Thank you so much, Owen and Thea and family. This is an absolute treasure to me. Look at these beautiful little white flowers. This planty is going to be very happy with me and my house. I think I'm going to put her in my bedroom so I can see her when I wake up in the morning. They also gave me beautiful cards too, and let me show you what they look like. So Lake, thank you so much for your beautiful rainbow. Look what Lake drew. Oh my goodness, all the colors, and the rainbow is so pretty, and she knitted her name up at the top, and then she even decorated the back. She used both sides of the paper, remember, just like at school, so we don't waste our trees. We used both sides, and she did both sides. That was really precious. And then Owen, and probably Lake too, Owen I believe, wrote me this note, and they drew me hearts, and I think maybe Lake did this rainbow and Owen maybe did the hearts. I'm not certain. It does say Owen up here and Lake down here, so that's what I'm thinking it means. So correct me if I'm wrong, everyone. Anyways, this note was very special to me. And on Friday, when I was not having a good day, these notes and beautiful plants, they just made my heart so warm and bright. And I felt love all over my body. So if you know someone who might be a little sad or lonely, it might be a nice thing to draw them a picture, just like Lake and Owen did for me, and then drop it off on their porch or in their mailbox. Sometimes that makes people happy. It does. Well, let's put on some of our beautiful smelling lavender. And I think I need a deep breath. What do you think? Do you need a deep breath? I need one. So let's take a nice deep breath. Inhale in. Exhale. Inhale one more time. We're going to count for 5 seconds in and then 5 seconds out. Ready? And exhale. That was lovely. Okay, let's light our candle. And you know who I think of when I light my candle. I think of Bo, because Bo brought me the candles, and I think of her every time I light it. When you bring something to someone, it's always nice because then it allows them to think of you often. When I see this plant that Owen and Lake brought to me and their mama, I will be thinking of them. And I know I have more candles. I do, but I don't have them right in this very space. Oh, I do. I put one in here just in case. Let me get it out of my little Tibetan singing bowl. Okay, I'm gonna change out these candles. really quickly. You want to see? So there is a candle, and it should work. This one I'm going to fix when, oh, this is a little bit stuck in there with candle wax. Oh, we got it out. So see, there's enough wax and there's enough wick. So later on, I'm just going to fix this one and then it will be fine. But I have another one that Bo brought to me, and it has only been used maybe once. I think I was testing it. So let's light this one. So our ritual for story time is sharing something that we love, putting on some lavender or beautiful smelling essential oils, and then lighting our candle. It's called a ritual, something we do every day. Another thing that I do every day is do yoga every day, deep breathing every day, eating healthy, wonderful, beautiful food that I prepare at home every day. Lots of water. I wash my hands. You should be washing your hands really well all during the day with soap, and getting enough rest at night. That's something I'm working on, getting enough rest lately. So let's put this somewhere where you can see it. Can you see it back there? And let's start our story. Mr. Rabbit and the Lovely Present. And you see here, there's a lot of different colors. I imagine that they're trees, that you're looking down into a garden through the trees, or maybe looking up into the treetops. And here is the rabbit and the little girl. And she's wearing a nice little sun hat, keeping her skin safe from the sun. Mr. Rabbit, said the little girl, I want help. Help, little girl? I'll give you help if I can, said Mr. Rabbit. Mr. Rabbit, said the little girl, it's about my mother. Your mother? Said Mr. Rabbit. It's her birthday, said the little girl. Happy birthday to her then, said Mr. Rabbit. What are you giving her? There she is, and he's sitting on the path. That's just it, said the little girl. That's why I want help. I have nothing to give her. Nothing to give your mother on her birthday? Said Mr. Rabbit. Little girl, you really do want help. I would like to give her something that she likes, said the little girl. Something she likes is a good present, said Mr. Rabbit. And here they are, going off on a walk. It looks like Mr. Rabbit is helping her with his hand over the log. But what? Said the little girl. Yes, what? Said Mr. Rabbit. She likes red, said the little girl. Red, said Mr. Rabbit. You can't give her red. Something red, maybe, said the little girl. Oh, something red, said Mr. Rabbit. What is red? Said the little girl. Well, said Mr. Rabbit, there's red underwear. No, said the little girl, I can't give her that. And here they are contemplating, what is red? There are red roofs, said Mr. Rabbit. No, we have a roof, said the little girl. I don't want to give her that. There are red birds, said Mr. Rabbit. Red cardinals. No, said the little girl. She likes birds in trees. Me too. There's the red roof. There are red fire engines, said Mr. Rabbit. No, said the little girl. She doesn't like fire engines. Well, said Mr. Rabbit, there are apples. Good, said the little girl. That's good. She likes apples. But I need something else. So here they are, choosing some red apples for her mother. I love apples too. Do you like apples? What else does she like? Said Mr. Rabbit. Well, she likes yellow, said the little girl. Yellow, said Mr. Rabbit. You can't give her yellow. Something yellow, maybe, said the little girl. Oh, something yellow, said Mr. Rabbit. What is yellow? Said the little girl. And here they are, walking through the forest looking for something yellow, and she has the apples in her dress. I remember carrying things in a dress like that when I was little. I still do. Well, said Mr. Rabbit, there are yellow taxi cabs. I'm sure she doesn't want a taxi cab, said the little girl. The sun is yellow, said Mr. Rabbit. But I can't give her the sun, said the little girl, though I would if I could. A canary bird is yellow, said Mr. Rabbit. She likes birds and trees, said the little girl. Here they are, pondering what is yellow, and there's the little yellow canary bird. That's right, you told me, said Mr. Rabbit. Well, butter is yellow. Does she like butter? We have butter, said the little girl. Bananas are yellow, said Mr. Rabbit. Oh, good. That's good, said the little girl. She likes bananas. I need something else, though. Here they are. There's a picnic that they stumbled upon, it looks like. And there are a couple of bananas. In this photo, we're not really sure if this is their picnic or not. Although we did not see them with all of these ingredients or items beforehand. So we're not entirely sure. But it looks like somebody was eating cake. What else does she like? Said Mr. Rabbit. She likes green, said the little girl. Green, said Mr. Rabbit. You can't give her green. Something green, maybe, said the little girl. Emeralds, said the rabbit. Emeralds make a lovely gift. I can't afford an emerald, said the little girl. Parrots are green, said Mr. Rabbit, but she likes birds and trees. No, said the little girl. Parrots won't do. Emeralds are beautiful. I think I prefer sapphires. Peas and spinach, said Mr. Rabbit. Peas are green. Spinach is green. No, said the little girl. We have those for dinner all the time. Caterpillars, said Mr. Rabbit. Some of them are very green. She doesn't care for caterpillars, said the little girl. How about pears, said Mr. Rabbit. Bartlett pears. The very thing, said the little girl. That's the very thing. Now, I have apples and bananas and pears, but I need something else. So here they are, picking the Bartlett pears. Oh, I love pears. They're so yummy. Do you like pears? What else does she like, said Mr. Rabbit. She likes blue, the little girl said. Blue, you can't give her blue, said Mr. Rabbit. Something blue, maybe, said the little girl. Lakes are blue, said the rabbit. But I can't give her a lake, you know, said the little girl. Here they are, looking out at the lake. What a pretty picture. I'd love to be sitting at a lake right now, under a tree, in the shade. Stars are blue. I can't give her stars, the little girl said, but I would if I could. Sapphires make a lovely gift, said Mr. Rabbit. But I can't afford sapphires either, said the little girl. Bluebirds are blue, but she likes birds and trees, said Mr. Rabbit. Right, said the little girl. How about blue grapes, said Mr. Rabbit. Oh, sometimes grapes look blue. There they are, crossing a bridge with some grapes. Yes, said the little girl, that is good, very good. She likes grapes. Now I have apples and pears and bananas and grapes. That makes a good gift, said Mr. Rabbit. All you need now is a basket. I have a basket, said the little girl. So she took her basket and she filled it with the green pears, the yellow bananas, the red apples, and the blue grapes. It made a lovely present. Thank you for your help, Mr. Rabbit, said the little girl. Not at all, said Mr. Rabbit. Very glad to help. Goodbye now, said the little girl. Goodbye, said Mr. Rabbit, and a happy birthday and a happy basket of fruit to your mother. The end. What do we say? Ba, ba. And here's the end. So, if there's something that you would like to give to your mother, you don't have to buy it necessarily. You have to just think in your head, what does your mother love, or your father or loved one? And then perhaps you might be able to pick a flower or draw a picture just like our friends did from school. And that will be a lovely present. I hope all of you have a wonderful day. And I can't wait to squeeze you and hug you and love you as soon as I can. Take care. Mwah.